battle another tough opponent in a battle of the best teams in Idaho. Orofino is looking to put another notch in the win column, and it all starts with tonight's matchup. You're listening to Maniac Basketball, a Central Idaho Broadcasting Sports presentation, and now to the court we go with our broadcast team.
Thank you, Phil. Good evening and welcome, everyone. I'm CJ Thompson, live from the gym at Orofino High School as we open our season-long coverage of Orofino Maniac basketball. Tonight, we have the Orofino Maniac boys hosting the McCall-Donnelly Vandals. And tonight's not only a night for basketball, but also to do a little bit of good for the community, as it is a combo as a fundraiser for the Orofino Police Department's Christmas 911 program, which means that admission is free with a donation item or a donation to the Christmas 911 program. There will be some other fun stuff along the way. There's also a silent auction going on in the OHS cafeteria, so if you want to support Orofino's Christmas 911 program, come on down and make a donation or bid on some stuff for the silent auction. It's all going for a fantastic cause, making sure that those that are experiencing hardship in the area have a bright and happy holiday season. And the Orofino Maniac boys have started the season off well. They're 1-0, led by a fantastic game from their stud Joel Scott. They're looking for another one, another performance like that from him tonight. And they'll have a tough opponent, the McCall-Donnelly Vandals. This will be their opening game of the season, but always a quality program. Of course, the Maniacs led by Coach Rocky Barlow, his second year at the helm, and the McCall-Donnelly Vandals led by Jason Timmy. The captains meeting at midcourt with the officials, going over some of the guidelines as we are 10 minutes away from a tip-off here from Orofino High School. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores after this.
Cops versus kids. Orofino High boys basketball hopes to see you at Saturday night's basketball game when the Maniacs host Orofino Law Enforcement. Atkinson Distributing, your Chevron Fuels distributor, is a longtime backer of OHS athletics and our local law enforcement who protect and serve. Along with a tremendous and entertaining game, this is a fundraiser for OPD Christmas 911. Please come out in support of our area youth. From Atkinson Distributing Orofino, good luck, teams.
This holiday season, fill your dinner table with festive foods and baked goodies from Renata's Cakery. On Main Street, Orofino, Renata's has fresh-made fruitcake, carameled apples, and cream pies. Renata's Cakery is known throughout the Lewis-Clark Valley for delicious candies, creamy fudge, coconut balls, peanut butter balls, peanut brittle, and carameled zebra corn. Don't be caught empty-handed when unexpected guests arrive at your home. Shop Renata's Cakery.
At Empire Lumber Company, we brag about our hometown spirit and community pride because of the people who live and work here. And more importantly, because we're so proud of our greatest natural resource, our kids. As you take pride in our community too, be sure to stand up and show it. Get involved, whether it's decorating your home or business in Christmas lights or listening with friends to a high school basketball game. We're proud of our Clearwater Valley, supporting our local youth and law enforcement. It's Empire Lumber Company. Boys and girls high school basketball is in full swing once again, and at Riverside Physical Therapy, we wish our area teams the best of luck on the hardwood floor. Student athletes are some of the hardest working individuals we have in our small communities, and when an injury happens, the best care can be found with the staff at Riverside Physical Therapy. Free injury screening is available to help them get back on their feet as quickly as possible. On Highway 12 Orofino, Riverside Physical Therapy, backing all our kids.
Welcome back once again. Time now for Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores. If you're questioning the extent of an ache, pain, or injury, call or stop by Riverside Physical Therapy for a complimentary injury screen today. Pretty busy in high school boys basketball. Lewiston has Bora in town, and Clarkston travels to Oregon to take on St. Helens in the Red Lion tournament. Ephrata is in Pullman to challenge the Greyhounds, and Garfield Palouse will head to Asotin to take on the Panthers. The Clearwater Valley Rams will host the Genesee Bulldogs. The Kendrick Tigers will take on the Maniacs. Central Idaho League rival St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and the Nez Perce Nighthawks are on the road in Boise against Tri-Valley. And in high school girls basketball, the Lady Bantams are also at the Red Lion tournament in Pendleton, Oregon. They took on St. Helens earlier this morning. The Pullman Greyhounds host Ephrata. Asotin has Garfield Palouse in town. The Clearwater Valley Rams will host Genesee. Nez Perce Lady Nighthawks are at Tri-Valley, and the Prairie Lady Pirates will have a Logos in town in high school wrestling. Grangeville, Clearwater Valley, Lapway, Garfield, Palouse are all at the Dick Griswold tournament in Potlatch. Potlatch is competing as well. And in scores, the Lewiston boys beat the Boise Braves 52-43. Clarkston Bantams downed Scrappos of Oregon 58-37. Grangeville Bulldogs fell to the Prairie Pirates 47-33. Mount Vernon Christian beat Garfield Blues 44-35. Troy handled Nez Perce 58-21. And St. John Bosco came out on top over Logos Online 54-29. And in girls basketball, the Moscow Lady Bears beats Kellogg 54-27 last night. Clarkston took care of Scrappos of Oregon 51-21. Unfortunately, the Orofino Lady Maniacs fell to the Kendrick Tigers in a fairly close one, 51-41. The Grangeville Lady Bulldogs also fell to Prairie 56-21. And the Clearwater Valley Rams ran all over St. John Bosco 71-20. Cami down Troy 50-26. And Mount Vernon Christian took care of Garfield Palouse 63-25. And the McCall-Donnelly Vandals actually did have a game scheduled for last night against Ambrose, but there is no score reported. The 3-5 Idaho Vandal men's basketball team beat Northern Illinois 84-47 last night, ran through them at ICCU Arena, and now they will host the North Dakota on Tuesday nights. Tune in for pregame at 5:30, tip-off at 6 with Chris King right here. And that is schedules and scores brought to you by our good friends at Riverside Physical Therapy. Our coverage of the Maniacs and the McCall-Donnelly Vandals returns after this.
It's Christmas time. Rejoice in the spirit of the season with family and friends. Fiesta and Jalisco invites you to celebrate with them on Johnson Avenue. The new banquet room is the perfect place for family gatherings or your after-hours office party. Call for reservations today. Gather with friends for an impromptu get-together and relax in the cantina. Enjoy a beverage and one of Fiesta and Jalisco's delicious daily specials. Looking for a last-minute gift idea? A gift certificate to Fiesta and Jalisco is the perfect way to say Feliz Navidad. Happy Christmas from Fiesta and Jalisco.
Proud to say Go Maniacs are the dedicated officers of the Orofino Police Department. Hi, this is Lonnie Ireland. And Saturday night, the boys basketball team is hosting an OPD Christmas 911 fundraiser during the game against McCall at 6:30, and we hope to see you there. Aside from a great basketball game, you'll have a chance to bid on great auction items helping our Christmas 911 program. Please help us give a little joy to local families from the Orofino Police Department. Thank you.
The excitement is at an all-time high when the ball goes up into the air and the tip goes the way of the Maniacs. You can feel Orofino is on the way to another win. Forge Creek Pump says good luck to Orofino basketball teams this season. Best wishes to the team and the fundraiser that takes place Saturday night for the OPD Christmas 911. Forge Creek Pump. Visit about any problems you may be experiencing with your well pump or water problems. Go get 'em, Maniacs, from Forge Creek Pump.
Best Built Builder Supply wishes to send you best wishes for the coming holiday season. Hi, this is Ian Stemrich, and we hope you'll join us to build a better community by donating to our local food bank. Not only will we match all food donations, but the person with the most entries will win a $250 gift card to a local grocery store. To enter, follow us on Facebook or Instagram, or share our holiday food drive post on social media, or donate a non-perishable food item to your local store. Winners named drawn December 15th. Happy holidays from Best Built Builder Supply.
Welcome back once again, the 1-0 Orofino Maniac basketball team. The boys getting ready to take on the McCall-Donnelly Vandals here in town tonight as the boys look to start the season off unblemished at 2-0, but they got a tough test here on also a fundraiser for the Orofino Police Department's Christmas 911 program. Admission is free with a donation item or of cash to OPD's Christmas 911. So bring that out if you come out and get ready for some fantastic high school basketball. Got a minute 45 left until we get things underway. We'll send it away. We're back right after this.
Today, our dollar needs to stretch a little further than previous. That's why at Watson's Grocery Orofino, we invite our senior citizens to shop Thursdays. Every Thursday, receive a 10% discount on all your shopping. Senior Discount Day is Watson's Grocery Orofino's way of helping our communities in times of flush or thin. Thank you for choosing Watson's Grocery Orofino for all your shopping needs. Open 7 days a week and a 10% discount on Thursdays for seniors on Michigan Avenue, Watson's Grocery Orofino.
This gift-giving season, find something for the whole family at spectacular prices at Best Built Builder Supply Orofino. Morning coffee is ready when you are with Mr. Coffee 12-cup switch black coffee maker, now $39.99. A delicious breakfast is easy with the Black & Decker Belgian waffle maker, $37.99. All month long, you'll save on the perfect gift when you shop Best Built Builder Supply, Highway 12, West Orofino.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camus Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camus Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Sixth grader Ellie Lee.
Welcome back once again. The national anthem set to start. We'll be back right after this.
Clearwater Valley Health and Orofino Health Clinic are proud to support the mission of our local high schools and their student athletes. And that's to not only be tops on the basketball court, but to be academically sound in the classroom as well, taking care of the needs of our athletes and their families. Clearwater Valley Health also hopes you'll find time to visit our Wishing Tree, the annual event to aid families who are struggling during the holidays. Staffed by only the best healthcare providers, Clearwater Valley Health and Clinic. Cops versus Kids. Orofino High boys basketball hopes to see you at Saturday night's basketball game when the Maniacs host Orofino law enforcement. Atkinson Distributing, your Chevron Fuels distributor, is a longtime backer of OHS athletics and our local law enforcement who protect and serve. Along with a tremendous and entertaining game, this is a fundraiser for OPD Christmas 911. Please come out in support of our area youth. From Atkinson Distributing Orofino, good luck, teams.
This holiday season, fill your dinner table with festive foods and baked goodies from Renata's Cakery. On Main Street, Orofino, Renata's has fresh-made fruitcake, carameled apples, and cream pies. Renata's Cakery is known throughout the Lewis-Clark Valley for delicious candies, creamy fudge, coconut balls, peanut butter balls, peanut brittle, and carameled zebra corn. Don't be caught empty-handed when unexpected guests arrive at your home. Shop Renata's Cakery.
At Empire Lumber Company, we brag about our hometown spirit and community pride because of the people who live and work here. And more importantly, because we're so proud of our greatest natural resource, our kids. As you take pride in our community too, be sure to stand up and show it. Get involved, whether it's decorating your home or business in Christmas lights or listening with friends to a high school basketball game. We're proud of our Clearwater Valley, supporting our local youth and law enforcement. It's Empire Lumber Company.
Welcome back once again. Time now for our starting lineups. First for the McCall-Donnelly Vandals, it is number 3, junior forward Jack Duncan. Following him will be a sophomore guard, number 11, Sam Penny. Tate Ova, a senior forward, the next announced. And here is Joel Scott, a junior forward, and KLER Kundi rounds out the starting lineup. He is a junior forward for the Vandals. And the lights dim here for your hometown Maniacs.
And now for your Orofino Maniacs.
And here come the Orofino Maniacs.
Number 0, junior Drew Hanna.
And here is Drew Hanna. The first starter announced, a 6'1" junior. A 6-foot senior, Easton Schneider, the next announced.
Senior Nick Drobish.
And here comes senior leader Nick Drobish, 6'1".
Number 10, senior Joel Scott.
Stretch 3. And the stud for this squad, senior Joel Scott at 6 foot, and Loudon Cochran is the 5th starter. At 5'11", he is a junior.
All right, let's have a great game.
And once again for the Maniacs, that is Drew Hanna, Easton Schneider, Nick Drobish, Joel Scott, and Loudon Cochran. Joel Scott will be jumping for the Maniacs in their home whites, and he'll jump against Tate Ova. Oh, I apologize. Faked me out a little bit there. KLER Kundi. McCall-Donnelly Vandals in their away blue uniforms. The Maniacs in their home whites. And even the Maniac mascots has come out for the special occasion as the tip is up, and we are underway. Goes the way of the Orofino Maniacs. It is Loudon Cochran that controls it. High or 1-3-1 sets over now to the left wing. Driving is Cochran, left puts up a runner off the front rim, no good. Pulling down the board is Jack Duncan. He gets it across to Luke Scott. Now in the corner to Kundi. 2-3 zone for Orofino. It's entered into the block to Sam Penny. Pro hop to the right, and a travel is called as he went to take it up from short. Maniacs get it back after the early turnover. Loudon Cochran will run the point. Now McCall in a 2-3 zone. Cochran hands it off. Joel Scott on the right wing. Splits 2 defenders up and over and glances off the back rim, but he does draw the foul. And Joel Scott an early trip to the free throw line. Joel led the way for the Maniacs in their opener, scoring-wise. Foul goes against the big man, KLER Kundi. First free throw off the front rim is no good for Joel Scott. Maniac basketball brought to you by the Pizza Factory, Best Built Builder Supply, Kimberling Insurance. Scott knocks down his second free throw. The Maniacs are on the board. They lead it 1-0, wasting no time. The Vandals get it down the floor. It's Tate Ova now into the left corner with Kundi. 2-3 zone for Orofino. Driving baseline, loses the handle. He's now trapped by Scott along with Drew Hanna, and they're able to knock it out of bounds. It'll be McCall-Donnelly ball. Underneath, Luke Scott will take it out. Now catching at the free throw line is Duncan. Gets it out to the wing with Scott. Scott will bring it around top. Gets it over to the right side with Penny. Penny launches for 3. Nestles in good. And Sam Penny now puts the Vandals up 2-1. Cochran driving right down the middle, and the floater is good. And actually, that was called a 2 by Penny. Had his foot on the line, I guess. So now 3-2. Orofino. Bringing it up is Scott. Gets it over on the right wing. Kundi wide open in the corner. Ova puts it up. It rattles off, no good. Pulling down the board is Easton Schneider. He's fouled on the rebound, and a couple of quick fouls here against McCall-Donnelly. 4 knotted up at 3-all. Oh, no. I guess they changed it, and Penny's was a 3. I had it right out of the get-go. Got to trust yourself, you know. Loudon Cochran will bring it up. A 2-3 zone from McCall-Donnelly. He's got Ova on him. Trailing is Scott. He's got a right elbow. Tries to drive against Kundi, and he is fouled. And that's 2 quick fouls against the big boy, Kyler Kundi. That could be a big factor. Checking in for him is Josh Sorensen. It'll be Nick Drobish taking it out for Orofino. 2 on the elbows, 2 on the block. Scott in the corner. Cochran now up top with Easton Schneider in the corner. Cochran steps into a 3, and it is long. Doesn't draw. Iron back the other way. Scott in transition. Looks to spin middle, and he loses his footing. Cochran comes out of the fray with it. He's bringing up the floor on the right side. Hands it off to a trailing Schneider. Schneider driving. Nice dump down underneath, and an easy finish for Drew Hanna. 5-3, Maniacs take the lead. Bringing it up is Luke Scott driving baseline. Nice dump down inside, but Penny can't finish from short. And Cochran will bring it up. Now has it on the left wing in the corner. Drobish, pump fake, drives by his defender baseline. Finger roll lay-in, no good. Penny with the board, gets it in the middle to Scott. Scott in transition ahead. Nice finish by Josh Sorensen, who had just checked into the ball game and knots it up at 5-all. Scott on the right wing, gets it up top. Cochran, he'll pull from deep. Bricks off the back rim, but Scott pulls down the board, gets it out to Schneider. Pump fake. Now Scott will try for a 3. As he hits the deck, it's no good. Long rebound tipped out. Cochran comes away with it. Nice bounce pass inside, but could not handle it. Hanna lost it, and back up the other way. Ova runs into Joel Scott, looking to take the charge, but looks like he's going to have a block called against him, and he does. At the first foul against Joel Scott, and on the Maniacs. Checking in for McCall-Donnelly is Rylan Pate. Josh Duncan will take a breather. Pate will take it out. He gets it into Ova. 2-3 zone for Orofino. Now over on the right wing with Penny. Penny skips it across to Pates. Pates now up top. Scott. Scott pulls the contested 3 ball. He knocks it down. Luke Scott puts McCall-Donnelly up 8-3. Now in the corner, Scott open for 3. It's a little short. Skies up off the rim. Penny with the board. Gets it ahead to Ova. Ova up over top. Was looking for Pate at the rim, but he throws it well out of his reach, out of bounds. I don't know what's going on with our scoreboard right now, but I was trusting it. It is 8-5, as I thought it was. Everything is going up late. Loudon Cochran will set up the offense, drives middle, hits a trailing Scott, who splits the defense. Finger roll lay-in good at the rim, plus the foul. Scott putting pressure on the McCall-Donnelly defense. And that's what you got to do when you get some quick fouls called. Got the big man out of the ball game. Now his replacement with a foul against him as well. That goes against Josh Sorensen, who's already got a bucket. Scott's free throw is good. Converts the end one. And it is knotted up at 8-all. Back the other way, Sorensen catches left wing. Now Ova in the corner, looking inside, nothing there. Back up top, Sorensen skips it across to Pate in the corner. Pate back over to Sorensen on the left side. Sorensen will pull for 3, and he hits that. Dang. 11-8. Cochran drives middle up in the air. Nice adjustment on the dump down, but Hanna off his hands. Penny checks out of the ball game. It's in out deep to Hannah. Now driving middle is Schneider. Dribble handoff to Cochran, moving right. Now Joel Scott driving, jump stop, kicks it out. Schneider steps into a three. It rattles in and out, no good. Scott with a tough board underneath, takes it back up. Didn't give up on the play. Joel Scott, he's now got 6 of his team's 11 as they lead, or as they trail 11-10. Inside with Wilcox, kicks it back out. Pate driving, pulls up from short, elevates, off the rim, no good. Offensive board and follow doesn't go from Josh Duncan. And the Maniacs bring it back the other way. Schneider has it up top, and he is fouled by Pate. We have some substitutions. Naranjo, Quinton Naranjo into the ball game, along with Aiden Olive, as Drew Hanna and Ethan Schneider check out. Scott driving middle, fade away off 1 foot is no good, and Aiden Olive tied up underneath. A jump ball called. Arrow is the way of the Vandals. .245 to go here in the first quarter. The Vandals lead it by 1, 11-10. Over on the left wing, now inside. Kicked out to Pate on the right wing. That blocked away as Loudon Cochran sends it into the stands. Grayson Wilcox in the game now for the Vandals. Pate will take it out in front of their bench. He gets it into Luke Scott. 2-3 zone for Orofino. Cochran and Naranjo on top. Pate on the right wing, skips it across. That's Luke Howder now in the middle with Duncan. Duncan, nice dump down post to post, but couldn't finish underneath. Wilcox got it back, had it stripped. Schneider brings it up the right sideline. He's got it on the wing, gets it up top. Naranjo now over on the left side with Cochran. 4 out, 1 in for Orofino against a 2-3 zone. Cochran driving middle, and an off-balance shot. Couldn't get it to go. Olive there for the offensive board. And he is fouled. And they're going to call the foul on the ground. Into the ball game for McCall-Donnelly as Grayson Wilcox checks out. Ova is back in. 2 on the elbows, 2 free throw line extended as Orofino has it underneath. Cochran gets it in. Schneider on the wing. Hands it off in the corner to Cochran. Picks up his dribble on the wing, able to get it away to Scott. 4 out, 1 in. Naranjo, top left, now in the corner with Schneider. Schneider back up top, Scott. Back to Schneider in the corner. Contested 3. Off the rim, no good. Ova pulls down the board. Gets it ahead to Scott in transition. Scott, top of the key, thinks about 3. Instead, hits a trailing Ova. Ova drives down to the block, elevates his pass inside. Stolen by Naranjo, back the other way. Schneider leading the way, up and over against Scott, and he gets called for the travel as he attacks the bucket. Nick Drobish back into the ball game. Easton Schneider will sit down. A couple of Schneiders on the roster for Orofino, Hudson and Easton. Scott brings it up, gets it over on the right wing to Penny. Skips it back across Luke Howder. Now, nice pass inside to Duncan. Duncan can't finish from short. It's there for the offensive board. Ova, his doesn't go either. Naranjo with the board for Orofino. A couple of missed opportunities. Down to 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Cochran into the corner with Drobish. Back up top, Cochran. 2-3 zone for McCall-Donnelly. Down to 50 seconds left. Cochran driving middle, splits the defenders. Adjustment as he scoops it up in the air, no good. In transition, Scott skips it across to Howder for a 3 ball. That doesn't fall. Orofino with the board. Drobish will bring it up. Picks up his dribble out deep, gets it to Cochran. Under 30 seconds left here in the first. Now to Naranjo as they'll hold for the last shot of the quarter. As Cochran is defended by Howder. Now Nick Drobish into the corner, Naranjo. Now to the high post, Scott kicks it out to the corner with Cochran, down to 10 seconds left. Cochran driving baseline, tries to slip it inside. It's stolen away. Penny ahead to Scott, tries to hit Ova ahead of everyone in transition. And it's too long, goes out of bounds. Orofino will have it full length of the court to go. 2.9 seconds left in the first. They trail by 1. McCall will bring a little pressure. Now near midcourt, Naranjo catches, heaves from half court at the buzzer. And it is well off the mark at the end of the first quarter. It is the McCall-Donnelly Vandals with a 1-point lead, 11-10. Take a quick break. Second quarter action after this.
Clearwater Valley Health and Orofino Health Clinic are proud to support the mission of our local high schools and their student athletes. And that's to not only be tops on the basketball court, but to be academically sound in the classroom as well, taking care of the needs of our athletes and their families. Clearwater Valley Health also hopes you'll find time to visit our Wishing Tree, the annual event to aid families who are struggling during the holidays. Staffed by only the best healthcare providers, Clearwater Valley Health and Clinic.
Proud to say Go Maniacs are the dedicated officers of the Orofino Police Department. Hi, this is Lonnie Ireland. And Saturday night, the boys basketball team is hosting an OPD Christmas 911 fundraiser during the game against McCall at 6:30, and we hope to see you there. Aside from a great basketball game, you'll have a chance to bid on great auction items helping our Christmas 911 program. Please help us give a little joy to local families from the Orofino Police Department. Thank you.
We welcome you back once again. Clearwater Valley Health and Clinics along with Finke Logging and Fords Creek Pumper, backers of Maniac Basketball on AM 13 KLER Radio, your Central Idaho sports leader. I'd like to welcome all our listeners on the KLER AM, as well as our listeners on our YouTube channel, KLER1300 AM. Nick Drobish takes the inbound. Naranjo tries to get it to the high post. His tip back out to him. Now Drobish in the corner driving against Sorensen, and he draws the foul. That'll be the second on Josh Sorensen. And the 7th team foul. So Nick Drobish will see a 1-and-1. Here comes the front end off the back iron. No good as Ova skies up for the board. Gets it ahead to Scott as they push it up the floor. Scott will set it up on the left side. A 2-3 zone for Orofino. Penny catches up top. In the corner with Sorensen. Now stepping out to the corner is a Duncan. Nice pass inside to Ova. One step and he's got it at the bucket. As Tate Ova extends the lead to 3. Naranjo wasting no time driving, kicking. Scott from the top and he'll tie it up at 13 all. Joel Scott now has 9 of his team's 13. Luke Scott will bring it up for McCall-Donnelly. Over to Penny. Working against Schneider in the corner to Ova. Back up top, Penny. Thinks about 3, hangs on to it. Gets it over to Scott. He'll unleash it from downtown. Off the front rim, Ova with the board. Keeps it alive. Penny kick out 3 on the way. That's no good. And Duncan there for the board. And he'll take it up strong. Banks it off the glass. As Luke Scott extends the lead to 2, 15-13. Naranjo driving, kicking corner, Drobish. Kick outs to the top of Scott, pump fake, drives into Sorensen, who loses his footing, and a blocking foul call. That'll be the 3rd on Sorensen, so a little foul trouble here early for McCall-Donnelly, although they do seem to go fairly deep. But they're starting 5-man Kundi on the bench with 2 quick fouls, and now Sorensen has 3. So checking in for him is Kelton Wallace. Here's Scott's front into the 1-and-1 off the front iron, no good. Scott with his own board, pulls up outside the block, no good. Drobish with the board, tries to sneak it up, no good. Ova with the rebound, gets it ahead in transition to Scott. Pull up three from the right side, off the front rim, no good. Long rebound goes to Landon Hudson. Now in the ball game for Orofino, couple sets of brothers as Cochran drives middle. And is foul. It'll be Orofino ball underneath as they trail 15-13, 6:05 to go in the first half. Nick Drobish, two on the blocks and in the corners. Cochran catches left wing off the inbound, elevates for three, no good. Ova with the board for McCall-Donnelly. He'll bring it up himself. Pulls up and hangs on to it, gets it to Duncan. Nice pass inside to Penny on the block. And he was fouled on the entry pass, which is not good for Orofino as that is against Scott. That'll be his second. He'll have to head to the bench with those two fouls. Don't want to risk him picking up a third. Just the second team foul against Orofino. Duncan will check out, and Pates in for him for the Vandals. Penny will take it out. Two on the elbows, two on the blocks. Now Scott's top wing coming off a screen in the corner. Wallace for three is no good. Rebounds, a scuffle for the board, and able to come up with a long board is Nick Drobish. Nice hustle there. Drobish will get it into the corner with Schneider. Driving middle, dribble handoff to Hudson. Hudson back out, Schneider up top at the volleyball line. Still the 2-3 zone, hands off to Cochran. Cochran kicks it over, Schneider on the wing, pump fake, drives by his defender. Nice adjustment in the air, the dump down to Drew Hanna, who couldn't finish from short. Back the other way, Penny catches underneath, gets his man in the air with a pump fake, and an easy finish at the bucket for Sam Penny. And McCall-Donnelly now with a 17-13 lead. Coach Barlow will take a timeout, talk things over with his crew. 5:08 to go in the first half. Full timeout. We'll be back in a minute after this.
At Empire Lumber Company, we brag about our hometown spirit and community pride because of the people who live and work here. And more importantly, because we're so proud of our greatest natural resource, our kids. As you take pride in our community too, be sure to stand up and show it. Get involved, whether it's decorating your home or business in Christmas lights or listening with friends to a high school basketball game. We're proud of our Clearwater Valley, supporting our local youth and law enforcement. It's Empire Lumber Company.
P1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
And welcome back once again. Family Eye Care Atkinson Distributing, Watson's Grocery, Orofino. Proud of the Maniacs during the 2022-23 season. 5:08 to go here in the first half. It is the McCall-Donnelly Vandals with a 4-point edge, 17-13. Maniacs with the ball. Cochran will bring it up. Still the 2-3 zone. Schneider deep on the left wing. Picks up his dribble. Hands it off in the corner to Drobish. Back out top with Cochran. 4 out, 1 in for Orofino against the 2-3 zone. Dribble handoff to Hudson, top of the key. Gets it out. Schneider catches, hesitation. Nice thread the needle between two defenders. To the block for Hanna, who's fouled at the bucket. So Hanna will shoot 1-1. Oh, they did call that on the shots. So his first free throw does not draw iron, no good. Les Schwab Tire Center, Orofino Police Department, and Barlow Quality Trust are backers of Maniac Athletics. And a second free throw nestles in good. Cuts it to a 3-point lead for the Vandals, 17-13. 4:40 to go here in the first half as Scott will bring it up for McCall-Donnelly, defended by Hudson. High 1-4 set. Penny at the right elbow, working against Schneider, turns middle, elevates. Shot off the front rim, no good. Drobish with the board for Orofino. He'll bring it up himself, working against Scott. He gets it to the wing. Now Cochran takes it to the left side. He is trapped, able to get it away to Schneider. Almost loses it. Now up top, Hudson comes and gets it. Back over to Schneider. Schneider to the corner, Cochran. Corner three, and nothing but net good for Loudon Cochran. A big shot there from him, knocks it up at 17 all. Now the Wings will head to the blocks. Up top, Penny catches. Scott over on the right wing. 4 out, 1 in for McCall-Donnelly. Now coming to get it was Wallace. Driving middle, Pates, and a finger roll lay-in just past the outstretched hands of Nick Drobish, and he got the bucket plus the foul. So Pates will head to the free throw line. The chance to add one more. Naranjo will check in. Hudson sits down. Olive in as well. And Drew Hanna heads to the bench. Pates' free throw is good. And that puts Orofino down 3, 20-17. Cochran driving middle. Gets up in the air, hands it off to Naranjo. Now Drobish on the right wing. It's a trailing Cochran who pulls a deep three. It's off the side rim, no good. Already has one long ball in the quarter. Over with the board. He'll bring it up himself. Takes it all the way hard at the rack. And he's able to finish over Olive. Tate Ova with a nice finish there. Back to a 5-point game. Naranjo on the left wing. Drobish in the corner. Driving against Duncan on the baseline. Pulls up on the block. Nice pass to the middle with Olive. He's able to hit the shot from short. Bricked up off the back rim and dropped in good. Cuts it to a 3-point game, 22-19. Now Scott over on the left wing enters it into Duncan. Duncan working against Olive. Takes it up strong. Good defense there from Olive, as the shot was well long. Now Drobish back the other way. Cochran on the right wing. Pulls up outside the block. Now to the elbow with Olive. Back out, kick out three for Cochran. It's a little bit short. Pate will pull down the board. Attacking in transition right up the middle. Hits a trailing Scott. Pump fake blows by Cochran. And the floater banks it in good. Now Luke Scott with 7. As he puts his team back up 5, 24-19. Cochran running the point. And Barlow will take a timeout. His team down 5, 2:05 to go in the first half. We will take a break as well. It's a 30-second timeout. More Maniac basketball in half a minute after this.
P1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
And we're back here once again. Terry Bowling of Camus Financial Services, P1FCU and Fiesta and Jalisco. Happy to back the efforts of OHS all year round. Tonight, of course, a special night, a fundraiser for the Orofino Police Department's Christmas 911 program. We'll have some activities here at halftime with the police department officers as Cochran takes the inbound drives. Nice dump down to the block with Olive. Pump fake, takes it up and over his defender. Knocks it down from short. Aiden Olive with another bucket here in the second. Cuts it to a 3-point game, 24-21. Scott back the other way. Hits a trailing Duncan inside. That's Foster. Tries to hit Scott cutting baseline, and it goes through his hands out of bounds. Orofino gets it back, 1:40 to go in the first half. Cochran working against Scott, still the 2-3 zone. Now in the corner with Drobish. Back out to the wing with Naranjo. Nice dump down. And another from the block for Olive. This doesn't go from short. Long pass ahead off the rebound underneath. Howder hits a trailing Grayson Wilcox, who finishes at the bucket. It's a 5-point game now. Now Cochran on the wing, goes behind the back, loses, able to corral it in. Now back to Schneider, over on the right wing with Cochran. Gets some space to the corner, and he hits the three off balance. Loudon Cochran has a couple of three balls in the quarter, 26-24, under a minute to go here in the first half. And Scott's out deep, nearly has its pocket picked by Cochran. Gets it over to Howder. Now inside to Foster, throws it up at the rim. Duncan can't come down with it. And it goes out of bounds off of McCall. 45 ticks left here in the first half. Orofino trails by a bucket. 26-24. Cochran over to Naranjo on the wing, and the pass back is tipped away. Now a 3-on-2 here, has taken it right up the gut. Scott able to take contact and get the bucket. Nice finish in transition for Luke Scott's 28-24. McCall-Donnelly. Easton Schneider now running the point, defended by Scott at the volleyball line. 15 seconds left in the half. Cochran deep on the wing, back to midcourt. With Schneider, hands it off on the right wing to Nick Drobish. All alone for three, pulls the trigger, hits it. And Orofino now down by one with just 1 second left. And it is into Howder. Three-quarter court desperation heave is no good. And Nick Drobish with the big shot just before the end of the half. His first point of the evening. He did miss a free throw earlier, but Orofino trailing by just one, heading into the locker room at half, 28-27. And it looks as though we will have an extended halftime period due to the Christmas 911 activities with the Orofino Police Department. I believe it will be some sort of a basketball game. They'll either be playing bump or maybe I know that in years past they have done like a 5-on-5 full court type of deal. I don't think that's what they have planned here this year, but we'll send it away for our first halftime break. We'll have some individual statistics and a look at what's going on here for Christmas 911 after this.
If you were to look up Finke logging in the dictionary, you'd find a definition of hardworking men and women dedicated to making our forests multi-use, healthy, and sustainable. Finke Logging, proud backers of everything Orofino, including the boys and girls basketball teams at OHS. Finke Logging is proud of all our kids and their tremendous efforts they put forth in the classroom and on the hardwood. Good luck, Maniacs. We're all rooting for you from Finke Logging Orofino.
At Watson's Grocery Orofino, we wish to thank the community for trusting us for your family's grocery shopping needs. We do everything possible to bring you the lowest prices, quality foods, and smiles you'll see on our employees every day. Your hometown marketplace, Watson's Grocery Orofino, is where we believe in community, donating to area food banks, Little League sports, and community-wide events. Hometown values, that's our personal connection with you at Watson's Grocery Orofino. Open daily when you need us the most. Watson's Grocery Orofino.
The morning paper arrives and you just can't extend your arms far enough to focus on the print. Does this seem like a typical day for you? Help is just an appointment away with Family Eye Care in Orofino and Kamei. Dr. Rick Lundgren is the Valley's trusted optometrist when it comes to your eyesight. Family Eye Care's highly trained staff will make sure your family has the finest in air care and eyewear. Call for an appointment and let Dr. Rick Lundgren perform a complete eye examination with the latest technology available. Single lens, bifocal, or progressive eyeglasses. Accentuate your personal style with statement-making glasses, contact lenses, sunglasses, and designer frames. Family Eye Care on Michigan Avenue, Orofino, and on Highway 12 West in Kamei is your stop for name brand frames, optics, and people who really care about your eyesight. Family Eye Care, where most insurance coverage is accepted along with major credit cards. We put your family first at Family Eye Care.
Once again. Welcome back once again. It is halftime here at the Orofino High School gym in our tonight's contest between the Orofino Maniac boys and the McCall-Donnelly Vandals out of the Snake River Valley Conference. And of course, it is also a fundraiser tonight for the Orofino Police Department's Christmas 911 program. Orofino putting on a pretty good show here tonight in our first voice broadcast of the year. They trail by 28-27 at the half, a neck-and-neck ball game the entire way. And it looks as though...
Do we have anybody going once? Going twice?
We have a
Maniac?
live auction
Dominic? We've got it. Oh, yeah.
going on here. Jen Runia is on the microphone. We have the Orofino Police Department's office manager, Lonnie Ireland, down there as well.
Oh, yeah. 90. Do you have
And trying to get information before the ball game. I don't think they knew exactly what they were wanting to do. The plans were kind of evolving, so I wasn't able to get too much information on it. They have a Christmas tree at midcourt, and the Maniac mascot is right next to it. I think this is an auction and they sold something for $90 to Dominic.
This next item, Lonnie.
And I believe it was the Christmas tree. Okay, they're doing a live auction for the stuff at midcourt, and now here comes the steel chainsaw, and they will be auctioning that off.
The next item we have here is donated by Olive's Auto Parts.
Well, let's take a look at some individual statistics here at the half as McCall-Donnelly leads by 128-27. For McCall, Sam Penny with 5, Ryland Pate 3, Tate Ova chipping in 4, Luke Scott leading the way with 9, 5 from Josh Sorensen, and Grayson Wilcox with the final 2 for 28 total. On the other side, for the Maniacs with 27, 3 from Drew Hanna, Nick Drobish with a nice buzzer beater, 3 at the end of the first half to cut the lead to 1. Joel Scott, the leading scorer for the Maniacs. He has a 9, so a Scott on each side is the leading scorer with 9 points apiece. Loudon Cochran with 8. He had a couple of long balls there in the second quarter. And a 4 from Aiden Olive for 27 total. 28-27 is our score here at the half. And the steel chainsaw is donated by Olive's Auto Parts. And I believe it is at 180 at the moment. They're looking for 200.
By the Maniac in person right here on camera. $200. Do we have it? $200.
Trying to get 200.
Earl Vickery, 210.
Oh, got 200 now, looking for 210. They got 210. Now they're looking for 220. And Mark Drobish taking it for 220. Steel chainsaw. And if you've ever used steel products, they're pretty great. Definitely a fan of them myself. Used to own a pretty big lawn mowing business, and I love to use all the steel products that I could get. So if you want to rush over here, maybe purchase something here during this auction at half. It is an extended halftime period. There's also a silent auction going on in the cafeteria area. Be sure, if not, just bring a donation for Christmas 911 and you'll get in for free. It looks like it's going to be a neck-and-neck ball game all the way through. The two teams pretty evenly matched here in the first half. At the half, it is the McCall-Donnelly Vandals with a 1-point edge, 28-27. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the rest of the halftime show after this.
Cops versus kids. Orofino High boys basketball hopes to see you at Saturday night's basketball game when the Maniacs host Orofino Law Enforcement. Atkinson Distributing, your Chevron Fuels distributor, is a longtime backer of OHS Athletics and our local law enforcement who protect and serve. Along with a tremendous and entertaining game, this is a fundraiser for OPD Christmas 911. Please come out in support of our area youth. From Atkinson Distributing Orofino, good luck, teams.
All December long, you'll save on that just right gift when you visit your Best Built Builder Supply in Orofino. Hi, this is Ian Stemmerich with great news of the perfect gift for that special someone in your home. The Gerber Kettlebell 2.5-inch folding knife is low priced at $33.99. Lighten up any situation with the Nebo Poply rubberized plastic LED lantern. Half price this month at $21.99. From all our staff at Best Built Builders, to you and your family, happy holidays.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Girls basketball team.
And welcome you back once again. It is halftime here at the gym at Orofino High School. I'd like to thank all our listeners on AM 13 and KLER as well as those listening in on our YouTube channel, KLER1300 AM. What a fantastic addition, allowing folks to live out of the area, whether former Maniacs or have Maniac family, can support their loved ones from a distance when they have not been able to in the past. And looks as though we will actually have a halftime game between the Orofino Police Department officers and the girls basketball team. It will be a game of a bump. It looks like we're going to have 10 total participants. Chief Frazier will lead the way. Looks like Lonnie Ireland is in there as well as a bunch of our Josh Tilley is playing. So fun game of bump for them, and of course this is all for a fantastic cause, as tonight is all to raise money for the Orofino Police Department's Christmas and 911 program. This is the 13th year of the program, and what they do is they take donations from the community to put gifts under the tree and food on the table for those experiencing hardship in the Orofino area, and they have done a pretty darn impressive job of it, as well as they have brightened the holidays for countless families throughout those 13 years, but they can't do it without the help of the community. Your donations are what make it all possible. You can donate in cash or you can donate by making out a check to the Christmas 911 program and sending it to the Orofino Police Department at their P.O. box. You can also drop donations by the office on Michigan Avenue. And if you'd like to donate a gift item, you can do that as well. They prefer cash donations as they go out and they shop individually for each and every one of the kids, and then they provide a full Christmas dinner as well to make sure that nobody goes hungry over the holidays, and that everybody has, fantastic and warm time, because of course everybody goes through their struggles, and we want to do everything that we can to help them out during their time of need. You never know when it might be you that needs a helping hand. And the bump game is still going. Looks like Chief Frazier is out already, as is, Josh Tilley's still in it, as is Lonnie Ireland and all of our girls basketball players so far. We'll go ahead and take another halftime break. We will be back with the start of the third quarter after this.
This holiday season, fill your dinner table with festive foods and baked goodies from Renata's Cakery. On Main Street, Orofino, Renata's has fresh-made fruitcake, caramelled apples, and cream pies. Renata's Cakery is known throughout the Lewis-Clark Valley for delicious candies, creamy fudge, coconut balls, peanut butter balls, peanut brittle, and carameled zebra corn. Don't be caught empty-handed when unexpected guests arrive at your home. Shop Renata's Cakery.
It can happen anytime. Those tiny white flakes begin to fall from the sky only to pile up on your driveway and sidewalks. Is your back ready for the day-to-day shoveling? Orofino Physical Therapy and Wellness has a few tips to keep your back healthy. Rely on your legs and keep your back straight. Don't twist and toss. And hug the shovel, keeping it close to your body. These techniques can help to keep you safe this winter. If you do experience low back pain, call and schedule an appointment today. Orofino Physical Therapy, here for you.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Les Schwab Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
It's Christmas time. Rejoice in the spirit of the season with family and friends. Fiesta and Jalisco invites you to celebrate with them on Johnson Avenue. The new banquet room is the perfect place for family gatherings or your after-hours office party. Call for reservations today. Gather with friends for an impromptu get-together and relax in the cantina. Enjoy a beverage and one of Fiesta and Jalisco's delicious daily specials. Looking for a last-minute gift idea? A gift certificate to Fiesta and Jalisco is the perfect way to say Feliz Navidad. Happy Christmas from Fiesta and Jalisco.
We are back here once again. Minute 40 left in the halftime period as the Maniacs back out on the court. We finished our halftime activity with the Orofino Police Department and the girls basketball team. Good bit of fun as they finished up their game of bump. And of course, we also had the live auction that was prior to that. The silent auction, I believe, still going on in the cafeteria as well. It's all for a fantastic cause. The Orofino Police Department's Christmas 911 program. And I wish I've seen the numbers on how many families that they help on average, and for some reason I cannot bring that information up in my brain at the moment. I checked earlier today to make sure that I remembered, but it is quite a few families, and hopefully I'll be able to find that out here by the end of the broadcast and relay that information to you. But both teams out of the locker room here at half. They put up a couple of shots to get warmed up for the third quarter. And now both teams in their final huddle before we get the second half of play underway here from Orofino High School. The Maniacs 1-0, looking to make it a two-game winning streak to start off the season. And as I said prior to the ball game, the McCall-Donnelly Vandals had a game scheduled for last night against Ambrose, but there is no score reported for that game. McCall-Donnelly will start off the third quarter with the ball. Starters back in the ball game: Duncan, Penny, Ova, Scott, and Kundi. And for Orofino, their starters as well: Hannah, Schneider, Drobish, Scott, and Cochran. Now on the right side with Penny, Kundi out top. He was saddled with 2 fouls. Nice pass underneath with Penny. Takes it middle from the block. The one-hander doesn't go. Duncan there for the board and the follow, and he got the bucket and the foul. So Duncan with an early trip to the free throw line, with a chance to put the lead to 4 as it is 30-27. That foul goes against Drew Hanna, his first. And Duncan's a free throw. Toilet bowls in and out, but we have a lane violation as Cochran came across. So Duncan will get another try. He lets it go, and this one is short off the front rim. and tipped out of bounds. It'll be Orofino ball. Maniacs trail by 3, 30-27. Cochran will run the points. He'll be met by Scott at midcourt. Cochran blows by him, driving middle, takes contact, blocking foul. It'll be against Duncan. That's his second. Orofino will take it out underneath. 2 on the blocks, 1 in each corner. Drobish gets it in the corner. Cochran deep 3 off the front rim, no good. Scott with the board, pushes the head in transition. Nice pass to Penny, and he's able to finish the off-balance attack to the rim in transition. He's now got 7 in the game and a 5-point lead for McCall-Donnelly. Cochran, defended by Scott, gets it over on the right wing with Drobish. 4 out, 1 in. Drobish driving middle, pulls up free throw line, hands it off to Scott. Scott stripped away by Penny, able to get it back. Scott driving middle, tries to dump it to Hannah, who was stepping in from short corner. But he didn't see the pass coming, and it goes off his hands out of bounds. 32-27, McCall-Donnelly with a 5-point lead and the ball. Scott gets it over to Ova. Now back up top with Scott. Scott's the contested 3. Doesn't matter, nothing but net good for Luke Scott. He's got another long ball, 35-27. Back the other way, Schneider pulls up free throw line, hands it off. Top of the key 3 for Cochran. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound is tipped out of bounds off of Orofino. Aiden Olive and Quinton Naranjo into the ball game. Cochran and Hannah will sit down. Scotts will bring it up. Establishes the right side, gets it over to Ova. Ova steps into a 3 ball off the back rim, no good. Drobish with the board. He'll hand it off to Quinton Naranjo, who will run the point, gets it over Scott, finds room for 3, pulls it from the wing, no good. Olive with the offensive board underneath, gets it corner with Scott. Scott driving baseline and draws a foul on Kundi, and that's a quick foul. Under 2 minutes into the third quarter, that'll be his third. He was saddled to the bench with his quick 2 fouls in the first half, but he'll stay in here. Coach going to trust him not to pick up his 4th. Inbounds goes to Schneider, contested 3 on the way, off the side rim, no good. Rebound tipped Olive at the free throw line. His shot off the mark, and Ova with the board gets the outlet to Scott. Scott has it on the left side. Into the corner now with Duncan. And his pass back out to Scott. He's got to leap over the half-court line to try and avoid the over and back, not able to do it. Tried to save it in. Cochran will check into the ball game as Hannah sits down. Schneider into Naranjo. Naranjo to Cochran on the wing. Cochran, 1 step, pulls up, and his jumper off the mark. The outlet gets right by his outstretched hand, and the pass up the floor is too long from Scott to Penny. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Maniac ball. Grayson Wilcox will check into the ball game for the McCall-Donnelly Vandals as Jack Duncan will take a breather. Cochran running the point against the 2-3 zone, gets it to Schneider on the wing, driving middle, handoff to Naranjo. Now to Scott, moving right, pulls up, elbow jumper, rattles off, no good. Kundi with the board. Outlet to Scott. Scott with Cochran on his hip, gets it into Ova in the corner. Now Penny underneath, going against Olive, looking for room. Good defense there, has to kick it out. Ova, now Kundi inside, and a short jumper from Grayson Wilcox banks in good. Wide open, as the defense was late to rotate, and it's a 10-point ball game, 37-27, McCall-Donnelly. Coach Barlow will take a timeout, talk things over with his crew as they trail by 10, 4:55 to go in the third. It'll be a full timeout. Maniac basketball in a minute on KLER.
Proud to say Go Maniacs are the dedicated officers of the Orofino Police Department. Hi, this is Lonnie Ireland. And Saturday night, the boys basketball team is hosting an OPD Christmas 911 fundraiser during the game against McCall at 6:30, and we hope to see you there. Aside from a great basketball game, you'll have a chance to bid on great auction items helping our Christmas 911 program. Please help us give a little joy to local families from the Orofino Police Department. Thank you.
Welcome back. I thought it was a full minute, but I was mistaken. It was a 30-second timeout. 37-27, Vandals in the lead. Maniacs looking to stick in this one. Schneider will inbound it to Cochran. Cochran defended by Pate in the ball game. Hands it off to Scott on the wing. Blows by Pate. Gets up in the air. Tries to dump it down. Stolen away. Pate in transition on the right side. Working against Cochran as he slows it up. Ova now over on the right side. Howder in the ball game now. Pate probing the defense. Gets it to Howder at the volleyball line. Howder skips it over to Ova. Dangerous pass. Able to come to it. Driving right, kick out three for Howder, and it's short. Olive pulls down the board, gets the outlet to Scott. Now the Maniacs on the move. Scott's little hesitation driving the runner over Ova, and it rattles off no good. Howder takes the outlet, tries to get it corner, and streaking in there was Schneider. Got a hand on it, slapped it out of bounds, and it'll be Vandal ball on the sideline. Wilcox will take it out. Pass in is tipped by Cochran into the hands of Howder. Howder hits a ducking Ova on the baseline, who's able to step in and bank it in for two. 12-point ball game. Scott wasting no time. Pull up mid-range jumper on the other side. No good. Pate with the board for the Vandals. He'll slow it up. 3:40 to go in the third. 2-3 zone. Naranjo and Cochran now top. It's Schneider, Olive, and Scott in the second level. Ova on the left wing for the Vandals. Now up top with Wilcox. Back to Ova on the give and go. Kick out to Pate, and he shuffles his feet. He was thinking about pulling that three and had some indecision there. Shuffled. And that'll turn it over. Sorensen and Foster into the ball game for the Vandals. As Pate and Ova will check out. Cochran runs the point for Orofino. Defended by Pate, top of the key. Gets it over on the right side, but Schneider comes off a screen. Pulls up. Tries to get it underneath to Scott, and couldn't handle the pass, but he also hit the ground. We had contact. It went off McCall. It'll stay with Orofino. Two on the elbows, two on the blocks for Orofino as Scott takes it out underneath. Gets it in on the wing to Schneider. Touch pass to Cochran. Cochran working against Pate. Now up top with Hudson. Back to Cochran. 4 out, 1 in. Inside is Drew Hanna. Schneider on the right wing. Comes off a screen from Scott. Gets it over to Cochran. Step back three on the way. The deep ball drops in good for Loudon Cochran. He's got a third now. 39-30 cuts it to a 9-point game as Howder will bring it up. Gets it over to Foster. Now in the corner with Sorensen. Tries to get it into the elbow. Howder able to come away with it. He hits a cutting Wilcox, who takes it up at the bucket and is able to finish in amongst the trees. Grayson Wilcox now has 6 in the ball game. 41-30 McCall-Donnelly. Schneider on the wing, comes off of screens from Scott, tries to hit him on the roll. It's tipped away, but Sorensen going to be charged with a foul, and I believe that's going to be his fourth. As Kundi will check back into the ball game, and Wilcox sits down. Kelton Wallace will come in, and Sorensen will sit down with those 4 fouls, so keep an eye on that. 2 on the elbows. 2 free throw line extended as Drobish takes it out for Orofino. Gets it out top to Schneider. Schneider working against Wallace. Gets it over to Cochran on the left wing. Cochran fakes right, drives left, and draws the foul. Tried to hit a baseline cutter, but he is fouled on the pass. And that goes against Kundi. That is his 4th. So 2 of the big men for the Vandals with 4 fouls apiece. Kundi will have to check out, and Duncan will come in for him. Drobish takes it out for Orofino, gets it up top with Cochran. Hand in his face, pulls for 3 off the back rim, no good. Hudson fighting for the board, and it goes out off of McCall. Orofino will have it near their bench. On the sideline, Drobish will take it out as they stack it up. Hudson steps out, catches right wing. Now to Schneider, into the corner, Drobish, blows by Duncan on the baseline, tried to dump it to a cutting Scott, pass off the mark, Howden in transition, nice pass ahead to Wallace, finger roll laying good as he scoops it up. And Wallace with his first bucket, 43-30, back the other way, Cochran kicks it corner, but on the pass, he got in the air, which is a no-no. Don't leave your feet until you know what you're going to do with the ball, and he ran smack into Wallace, who takes the offensive foul. The first foul against Cochran, second team foul of the half on the Maniacs. Duncan catches on the left wing for McCall, up top with Wallace. Pump fake, got a man in the air, hangs on to it. Pate, pump fake, drives middle. Now he'll pull it back out. He's got it top of the key. Out at the volleyball line with Howder. Howder over to Pate on the right wing, driving against Cochran, gets it in the middle. Little one-hander, rattles in and out, no good. Drobish with the board, back the other way. Cochran on the wing, pulls for 3, got it to go. Nothing but net good. As Loudon Cochran with his 4th 3-ball of the evening, he's got 14 points. Cuts the lead back to 10, 43-33. With a minute to go in the third quarter, Howder over to Wallace on the left wing. 2-3 zone for Orofino. Schneider and Cochran out top. Back over to Wallace. Got room for the 3-ball. This off the side rim, no good. Rebound goes out off Orofino. It'll be Vandal ball underneath as Tristan Gray checks into the ball game for Landon Hudson. That's his first action of the evening. Ova back into the ball game for McCall, as well as Scott. Penny also checks in. He'll take it out, gets it into Scott on the wing. Scott's driving baseline, pulls up short corner, kicks it out. Penny, daylight for 3, pulls the trigger. Toilet bowl's off, no good. Drobish to the board, outlet ahead to Schneider. Schneider on the move, pulls up left wing, pump fake, got room, and the 3-ball, no good. Pate with the board will slow it up. 25 ticks left here in the third quarter. Scott at the volleyball line for the Vandals. 2-3 zone for Orofino. Penny on the wing. In the corner, it's Pate. Pate inside Duncan, just outside the block. Hits a cutting Penny. It's blocked away. Drobish got on it. Cochran in transition. 2 seconds left, going at the bucket. Draws the foul on the ground. They're going to have to put some time back on this clock. Probably about 2 seconds. It was on the ground. So we'll see how much they put back on. And they call that at the end of the quarter. Foul going against Duncan. 10-point lead for the Vandals. We'll take a quick break. Final quarter action after this.
Clearwater Valley Health and Orofino Health Clinic are proud to support the mission of our local high schools and their student athletes. And that's to not only be tops on the basketball court, but to be academically sound in the classroom as well, taking care of the needs of our athletes and their families. Clearwater Valley Health also hopes you'll find time to visit our Wishing Tree, the annual event to aid families who are struggling during the holidays. Staffed by only the best healthcare providers, Clearwater Valley Health and Clinic.
The forensic analyst searched for clues to what could have caused the house fire.
Could that be
traces of starch? Suddenly the pieces came together. The fire was started by
an over-microwaved potato?
And we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
At 622 Brighton.
I like to think of myself as a confident
Orofino Physical Therapy, Empire Lumber Company, and Renata's Cakery, our Maniac backers on AM 13 at KLER Radio. As we're back, start of the fourth quarter here at Orofino High School. It is the McCall-Donnelly Vandals with a 10-point lead, 43-33. Nick Drobish will take it out as Orofino starts with the ball. Cochran cuts towards the buckets, puts it up over the top, and Cochran going to be charged with another offensive foul here as he went right into his defender. At the second foul against Cochran. Back the other way. It is Penny with the ball. Gets it in the corner to Pate. Pate on the wing. Back up top with Penny. Penny defended by Cochran. Swings it over to Scott. Inside with Kundi. He's got 4 fouls. Ova in the corner. Drives baseline. One step to the buckets. And he's going to be called for the charge as Joel Scott's stepping in and taking one for the team there. First foul against Ova. 16th foul. That is one thing Orofino has going for them. They're one away from the bonus. Schneider will bring it up. Dribble handoff. Moving left. Now it's Drobish. Drobish on the right wing. Nice back cut to Schneider. Dumps it to a cutting Scott, who had it stripped away as he went to the bucket. Pate in transition. Stolen by Cochran. Stolen right back, but Pate is going to be called for the foul. That is Rylan Pates. Ooh, and they're going to call it against Penny. That's a second on Penny. But Cochran at the free throw line, looking to put this as single digits. Front into the 1-and-1 is no good, but Joel Scott able to track down the board in the corner. He gets it out to Easton Schneider, driving against Scott, has a step, kick out to Gray. Gray into corner to Drobish. Now out to Easton Schneider, takes it to the corner. Now up on the wing with Drobish, over to Gray. Gray hands it off Schneider, pump fake, driving against Scott, kick out, corner 3, Drobish, he hits it. Nick Drobish, another big 3-ball. His second on the evening, both have been timely. 43-36 cuts into the lead. Penny looking to answer, top left, off the back rim, no good. Kundi, the long offensive board, short corner, skips it across Pate, hands it off Scott, contested 3 from the top, off the front rim, no good. Scott pulls down the strong board. Scott will bring it up himself on the right side, looking to take it to the bucket, splits 2 defenders, doesn't go, but he drew the foul. He's got such quick acceleration with the ball. He sees a crease, and he can hit it. Scott's first free throw finds at the bottom of the net, cuts it to a 6-point ball game now. Maniac Basketball brought to you by the Pizza Factory, Best Built Builders supplying Kimberling Insurance, as Scott and Ova head to the bench. Back into the ball game, Foster and Howder. Second free throw is good from Scott as well. His first points of the second half. And now Howder will run the points, gets it over to Penny for the Vandals. Pates catches up top. 2-3 zone for Orofino. Duncan inside. Nice dump down post to post. And underneath, Howder looking for space. Has to kick it corner. And a timeout is taken by Jason Tinney of the Vandals. 43-38 our score. 6:05 to go in the fourth quarter. And it is a full timeout. More Maniac Basketball in a minute on KLER.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Leschwa Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires. Doing the right thing since 1952.
The forensic analyst searched for clues to what could have caused the house fire.
Could that be?
Traces of starch? Suddenly the pieces came together. The fire was started by
An over-microwaved potato?
and we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
At 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston, see me, Greg Kimberling, your local farmer's insurance agent.
And welcome back once again, Orofino Physical Therapy, Empire Lumber Company, and Renata's KLER Maniac backers on AM 13 KLER radio. It'll be Vandal ball near their bench. Howder will take it out on the sideline. Orofino as close as they've been here since early in the third quarter as they trail by 5, 43-38. They've trailed by double digits the majority of the half. Howder gets it over to Penny on the right side. Now up top. Stepping out is Foster in the corner with Pate. Vandals taking their time. Pate pulls up short corner. He's trapped by Scott, and Olive has to throw it off Scott out of bounds, but it's glanced off Pate. And the Maniacs get a stop and get it back. And much of the reason that the Maniacs are in the ball game is Loudon Cochran, who's driving right side and draws a foul. Loudon Cochran with 4 3-balls on the ball game. 14 points. He's headed to the free throw line looking to add a couple more. Second foul on Penny. 9th team foul. 1-1 here for Cochran. And the free throw rattles around and drops in good for Loudon Cochran. Cuts it to a 4-point ball game. Clearwater Valley Health and Clinics along with Finke Logging and Forts Creek Pump, backers of Maniac Basketball on AM 13 KLER Radio, your Central Idaho sports leader. Cochran's second free throw bounces around and falls off no good. A foul called on the rebound. I think it's going to go against Aiden Olive. And it will. His first. Maniacs crawled their way back in at 43-39. They trail. 5:27 to go. Pass out top. Easton Schneider steals it away. Schneider gets it over to Scott on the wing. Scott's looking to drive middle. Gets it Schneider top of the key. Daylight for 3. It's off the front rim. No good. Long rebound to Ova. Ahead to Penny. One-on-one with Scott in transition. Able to sneak it by him. Banks it in for 2. And Scott's very smart. What? I'm not sure. I looked down at my book and I'm not sure what happened there. But Scott was smart to stay away from Penny there. He tried to pin it against the backboard, but didn't give him any chance to make contact. He does have those 2 fouls, trying to be smart. As Scotts takes the dribble handoff left, and a foul is called. As Howder hits the deck, and it'll be against him, a blocking foul. His first 10th team, so Maniacs now in the double bonus. Couple coming up here for Joel Scott. First free throw on the way off the front iron is no good. Les Schwab Tire Center, Orofino Police Department, and Barlow Quality Trust are backers of Maniac Athletics. 6-point game. And that free throw is no good. Olive with the board, and he saves it off of Duncan. Goes out of bounds. Orofino will keep it. And nice play there by Aiden Olive to retain possession for Orofino. Drobish will take it out in the corner. 4:51 to go in the ball game. 45-39 Vandals in the lead. Pass over the top to Cochran, defended closely by Howder at the volleyball line. Cochran able to get away, driving middle, spins, and a travel call. Yeah, he hesitated on the spin there a little too much. Can't take your steps and stand there. You got to do something with it. Either shoot it or dish it. And he didn't. Penny on the wing, up top Howder. Pass to the wing and diving in there. Drobish can't get there. Ova driving baseline, kicks it out top. Touch pass to Penny. Nice extra pass. His 3-ball off the side rim, no good. Schneider comes away from the fray with the ball and decides to slow it up in transition. Instead, an open 3 for Scotts on the right wing is no good. Penny with the board, gets it the outlet to Howder. It's stolen away by Drobish. Drobish way ahead of everybody, and an easy finish at the bucket for Nick Drobish. And man, as he had some big buckets in this ball game with his 8 points. Token pressure, Penny crossed half, has it on the wing. Step back, thought about 3, instead gets it to Howder, over to Ova on the left wing. 2-3 zone for Orofino. Cochran and Schneider out top. Drobish, Olive, and Scott in the second level inside to Kundi. Kundi faces. One dribble, stolen away. Schneider with a step on Kundi in transition, takes it to the rack and slips it by. Banks it in for 2. And Easton Schneider with a big transition bucket there as the timeout taken. 2-point ball game, 45-43 Vandals, and it is a full timeout. More Maniac basketball action in a minute on KLER Orofino.
The excitement is at an all-time high when the ball goes up into the air and the tip goes the way of the Maniacs. You can feel Orofino is on the way to another win. Forge Creek Pump says good luck to Orofino basketball teams this season. Best wishes to the team and the fundraiser that takes place Saturday night for the OPD Christmas 911. Forge Creek Pump. Visit about any problems you may be experiencing with your well pump or water problems. Go get them, Maniacs, from Forge Creek Pump.
If you were to look up Finke logging in the dictionary, you'd find a definition of hardworking men and women dedicated to making our forests multi-use, healthy, and sustainable. Finke Logging, proud backers of everything Orofino, including the boys and girls basketball teams at OHS. Finke Logging is proud of all our kids and their tremendous efforts they put forth in the classroom and on the hardwood. Good luck, Maniacs. We're all rooting for you from Finke Logging Orofino.
Family Eye Care, Atkinson Distributing, and Watson's Grocery Orofino are proud of the Maniacs during the 2022-23 season. And what a ball game here tonight during the Orofino Police Department's Christmas 911 fundraiser. As Orofino has trailed by double digits, but never gave up. They clawed their way back in it, and now they trail by just 2, 45-43, 3:30 to go. Penny with it for the Vandals up top with Scott. Swings it over to Ova on the right wing. To the elbow with Kundi, stolen away. Cochran 2-on-1 in transition with Schneider. Gets it ahead to Schneider. Kundi steals it from behind, but taps it to Cochran. Short jumper doesn't go. Ova gets the board back for the Vandals. An excellent opportunity there for Orofino missed. Scott gets it to Penny on the left wing. Now up top with Scott, still the 2-3 zone. Penny up top, Scott. Back over to Penny. A high-low look from the Vandals as Ova has it on the wing. Right elbow jumper from Kundi on the way. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound tied up, Scott and Ova. And Duncan had a hand in there as well. Arrow is to the Vandals. They put 2 on the elbows, 2 on the blocks as Penny will take it out underneath. No, now Kundi now at the top of the key. Penny tries to get it in, stolen away by Schneider. Scott ahead to Cochran, has to slow up for it. Duncan able to get in position, but he's able to rise up and bank it in over Kundi, who has those 4 fouls, so couldn't really contest. Smart play there by Loudon Cochran. All knotted up at 45. Ova on the wing, up top Scott, over to Penny. Back up top Scott, swings it to the corner with Ova. Ova skipped over to the right side, Penny, thought about 3, hung on, inside Duncan, turnaround jumper from the middle, no good. Rebound tip to Easton Schneider, who was hit pretty hard, but no foul call. Loudon Cochran settles into a contested 3, rattles off, no good. Rebound pulled down by Duncan. Duncan slows it up to Scott. Scott met by Cochran across midcourt, over to Ova. On the wing up top with Scott, back to Ova. They're looking to get it to the middle against the zone. Penny on the right wing. Now back up top with Scott. Over to Penny. Penny, a contested 3, and it's off the front rim Ball goes out of bounds, and Orofino got away with one there. As Orofino ball, that clearly went off the leg of Scott. Easton Schneider will bring it up, gets over to Cochran. Daylight for three, pulls the quick trigger. Off the side rim, doesn't fall. Rebound tipped around. Scott comes away with it, takes it up. He is hammered. Oh my gosh. Scott going to be shooting two. Minute 18 to go here in the final quarter. 45 all. Scott with a chance to give Orofino their first lead of the second half. And he does. Orofino takes the 46-45 lead. Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services, P1FCU, and Fiesta and Jalisco are happy to back the efforts of OHS all year round as Duncan checks out, Ova back in. Scott trying to make it a two-point game. Lets it fly, and it is good. He had missed his last two free throws, but knocks these down. Orofino up 2, 47-45, minute 15 to go in the ball game. Vandals with the ball. Scott over to Penny, top right, in the corner. Pate back in the ball game, up top with Penny. Penny over to Scott. Scott for three, looking to take the lead off the front rim. No good. Rebound pulled down by Scott. Scott will bring it up himself. Under a minute to go. Takes it to the wing, and a foul is called. Free throws for Scott. He could make it a two-possession ball game here. That would be huge. If he can knock both down, would make it two-possession ball game. Scott's first free throw is off the mark, no good. Orofino Physical Therapy, Empire Lumber Company, and Renata's Cakery are Maniac backers on AM 13 at KLER Radio. And a timeout taken. Orofino up 47-45, 53.7 seconds left, and it'll be a full timeout. Maniac action continues in a minute on KLER Orofino.
Clearwater Valley Health and Orofino Health Clinic are proud to support the mission of our local high schools and their student athletes. And that's to not only be tops on the basketball court, but to be academically sound in the classroom as well, taking care of the needs of our athletes and their families. Clearwater Valley Health also hopes you'll find time to visit our Wishing Tree, the annual event to aid families who are struggling during the holidays. Staffed by only the best healthcare providers, Clearwater Valley Health and Clinic.
Best Built Builder Supply wishes to send you best wishes for the coming holiday season. Hi, this is Ian Stemrich, and we hope you'll join us to build a better community by donating to our local food bank. Not only will we match all food donations, but the person with the most entries will win a $250 gift card to a local grocery store. To enter, follow us on Facebook or Instagram, or share our holiday food drive post on social media, or donate a non-perishable food item to your local store. Winner's name drawn December 15th. Happy holidays from Best Built Builder Supply.
Maniac basketball brought to you by the Pizza Factory, Best Built Builder Supply, and Kimberling Insurance, and a good old-fashioned nail biter here tonight at Orofino High School during the Christmas 911 fundraiser. Maniacs, who have trailed by double digits the majority of the second half, now have a 2-point lead, 47-45, with 53.7 seconds left, and Scott can make it three here. And his free throw rattles around and then drops in good. That means a three can't beat him. 48-45, 50 seconds left. Pass up the sideline. Pate able to handle it. Over to Penny on the right wing. Back to Scott. He's dangerous from three. Pate now. He steps into one from downtown. Off the side rim, no good. Scott with the board. Scott trying to get out of it, and he is fouled. More big free throws coming up here from Scott. Man, has he been big here in the fourth quarter. He is 5 of 8 from the free throw line here in the fourth. And his first free throw off the front rim, no good. That foul was against Pate, so he fouls out. It's his fifth. Scott's second free throw for a two-possession ball game. He's able to do it. Maniacs lead by 4, 49-45. Wasting no time. Luke Scott back the other way. Sorensen now in the ball game. Up top with Scott, back to Sorensen. Pulls the trigger for three. Hits it. That cuts it to a one-point game, 49-48. As Josh Sorensen has ice in his veins. A quick timeout taken, 26.6 seconds left, and it'll be a full timeout. But we're going to send it away for just 30 seconds. We are back after this.
If you were to look up Finke logging in the dictionary, you'd find a definition of hardworking men and women dedicated to making our forests multi-use, healthy, and sustainable. Finke Logging, proud backers of everything Orofino, including the boys and girls basketball teams at OHS. Finke Logging is proud of all our kids and their tremendous efforts they put forth in the classroom and on the hardwood. Good luck, Maniacs. We're all rooting for you from Finke Logging Orofino.
And welcome back once again. Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services, P1FCU, and Fiesta and Jalisco happy to back the efforts of OHS all year round. And what a fantastic ball game going all the way down to the wire here at Orofino High School. Maniacs trailed by double digits much of the second half. They now have a one-point lead, 49-48, and the ball with 26.6 seconds left. And it is a fitting ball game for tonight's theme is the Christmas 911 fundraiser, and it's the 13th year they've done the fundraiser. The Orofino Police Department has been able to provide meals and nice gifts for approximately 30 families and 70 children a year. What a fundraiser. Orofino with the ball, full length of the court to go. 1-2-2 zone press here from McCall. Drobish in the backcourt. Now with Schneider, back to Drobish, looking to get it across half, picks up his dribble, bad spot, long pass across, and Coach Barlow didn't want to risk it. He takes a timeout. 16.8 seconds left, his team up 1, and it looks as though it'll be a full timeout. And we're gonna go ahead and send it away for just 30 seconds once again. We don't want you to miss any of the final 16.8 seconds left in this 1.8 ball. For this one-point ball game. We will be back after this.
It's Christmas time. Rejoice in the spirit of the season with family and friends. Fiesta and Jalisco invites you to celebrate with them on Johnson Avenue. The new banquet room is the perfect place for family gatherings or your after-hours office party. Call for reservations today. Gather with friends for an impromptu get-together and relax in the cantina. Enjoy a beverage and one of Fiesta and Jalisco's delicious daily specials. Looking for a last-minute gift idea? A gift certificate to Fiesta and Jalisco is the perfect way to say Feliz Navidad. Happy Christmas from Fiesta and Jalisco.
And a Merry Christmas from the Orofino Police Department to all those in our community, as they have put on the Christmas 911 program to help out those that are experiencing hardship here during the holidays, putting food on the table and gifts under the tree for approximately 30 families and 70 children a year. And that was what tonight is about. Admission was free with a donation to Christmas 911. There was a silent auction and a live auction here at the half. Orofino making this exciting, though, 49-48. A one-point lead. They have a three-quarter court, able to get it into Schneider. 15 seconds left, Schneider's foul. Huge free throws coming up here from Schneider. If he can hit both, they don't have to worry quite as much about the three ball. Foul goes against Penny, his third. Schneider's free throw, and it is no good. It rolls off. Family Eye Care, Atkinson Distributing, and Watson's Grocery Orofino proud of the Maniacs during the 2022-23 season. 13.9 seconds left. Maniacs up 1, 49-48. Big breath from Schneider. Second free throw. Rattles in and out, then drops in. Good. Shooter's touch there. 2-point lead. 12 seconds left. Scott, top of the key, down to 9. Kicks it corner. Sorensen steps into one. Rattles off, no good. Drobish with the rebound. He's fouled. And Drobish headed to the free throw line with just 2 seconds left. A good defensive possession from the Maniacs, showing a lot of heart here tonight. They have battled all the way through. Big free throws for Drobish. And the first one bricks off the back rim, no good. Les Schwab Tire Center, Orofino Police Department, and Barlow Quality Trust are backers of Maniac Athletics, and it looks as though Coach Tinney is going to take a timeout, but it's just going to be a 30-second timeout, and we're going to go ahead and keep it right here. Just 2 seconds on the clock, and it is a 50-48 ball game. Drobish with one more free throw coming up here as he looks to, at the very least, make it so a three cannot beat them. Would just send it to overtime, and Coach Tinney likely drawing up some full court desperation play here. Something where they can at least get a heave to three-quarter court, probably some sort of a screen with a guard coming off of it and looping near mid-court. For best case scenario, something from the volleyball line. And now Drobish bricks it off the back rim, then gets his own board tied up with Scott, but a jump ball immediately called. Orofino has the arrow, just 0.5 seconds left. And that worked out better for Orofino. That puts McCall pretty much dead to rights. As Drobish, all you got to do is get it in, and it's in, and that is the buzzer. Maniacs win it. And wow, the Maniacs, as I've said, trailing by double digits at multiple points in the second half, I believe by as much as 14 at one point, and they're able to claw their way all the way back in it behind strong performances from Loudon Cochran, Joel Scott, and Nick Drobish with some timely plays. Everyone had their part in this comeback victory from the Orofino Maniac boys basketball team as they start the season off 2-0. And the McCall-Donnelly Vandals absorb a loss on the road. It is time to take a quick break, but keep it right here. We have the post-game show with some individual statistics and, of course, Pizza Factory Player of the Game when we return after this.
If you were to look up Finke logging in the dictionary, you'd find a definition of hardworking men and women dedicated to making our forests multi-use, healthy, and sustainable. Finke Logging, proud backers of everything Orofino, including the boys and girls basketball teams at OHS. Finke Logging is proud of all our kids and their tremendous efforts they put forth in the classroom and on the hardwood. Good luck, Maniacs. We're all rooting for you from Finke Logging Orofino.
It's Christmas time. Rejoice in the spirit of the season with family and friends. Fiesta and Jalisco invites you to celebrate with them on Johnson Avenue. The new banquet room is the perfect place for family gatherings or your after-hours office party. Call for reservations today. Gather with friends for an impromptu get-together and relax in the cantina. Enjoy a beverage and one of Fiesta and Jalisco's delicious daily specials. Looking for a last-minute gift idea? A gift certificate to Fiesta and Jalisco is the perfect way to say Feliz Navidad. Happy Christmas from Fiesta and Jalisco.
P1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Cops versus Kids. Orofino High boys basketball hopes to see you at Saturday night's basketball game when the Maniacs host Orofino Law Enforcement. Atkinson Distributing, your Chevron Fuels distributor, is a longtime backer of OHS Athletics and our local law enforcement who protect and serve. Along with a tremendous and entertaining game, this is a fundraiser for OPD Christmas 911. Please come out in support of our area youth. From Atkinson Distributing Orofino, good luck, teams.
And we welcome you back once again following tonight's contest between the Orofino Maniac boys and the McCall-Donnelly Vandals. And the Maniacs come away with the 2-point victory. Let's take a look here at our individual statistics. First for the team that got the W, 3 points apiece from Drew Hanna and Easton Schneider. Nick Drobish chipping in 8. Joel Scott with 15. Then Loudon Cochran with 17. Leading the way scoring-wise for the Maniacs. And Aiden Olive with 4. Once again, 3 apiece from Drew Hanna and Easton Schneider. Nick Drobish with 8. Joel Scott with 15. Loudon Cochran leading the way with 17. And then 4 from Aiden Olive for 50 total points. Sorry, they turned off the scoreboard there, and I had to add those up real quick to make sure my memory was right. It was 50-48 our final score. McCall-Donnelly, Jack Duncan with 2, Kelton Wallace chipping in 2, Sam Penny with 9, Ryland Pate had 3, 6 from Tadova, Luke Scott with 12. The leading scorer for the Vandals, 5 for Josh Sorensen, and 6 from Grayson Wilcox for a total of 48 points. 50-48 is tonight's final score as the Maniacs squeak this one out to come from behind victory. And as a coach, Coach Barlow, these are the ones that you love to see. You love to see it when your team can go down big and keep their head up, not lose that fight and that fire. And Orofino never once let their head drop at any point there in the second half when they went down big. All they did was continue to fight and claw their way back into it, and they were successful behind the efforts of Loudon Cochran with 17 and Joel Scott with 15. It is time to take another post-game break. We, of course, have the Pizza Factory player of the game yet to announce. All that and more when we return to the post-game show after this.
It's cold, and when it's really cold, it's hard to stay motivated to exercise. We tend to fall into a snuggle-up mentality, eating more and doing less. Orofino Physical Therapy has a couple of simple tips to help you get back on track. First, set an exercise schedule and stick to it. If you schedule it, you're more likely to stay with it. Next, get a partner, a workout buddy, or someone to share your goals with who can help you stay on track. Get motivated, stay motivated. Visit Orofino Physical Therapy and Wellness.
This holiday season, fill your dinner table with festive foods and baked goodies from Renata's Cakery. On Main Street, Orofino, Renata's has fresh-made fruitcake, carameled apples, and cream pies. Renata's Cakery is known throughout the Lewis-Clark Valley for delicious candies, creamy fudge, coconut balls, peanut butter balls, peanut brittle, and carameled zebra corn. Don't be caught empty-handed when unexpected guests arrive at your home. Shop Renata's Cakery.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Les Schwab Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
It's back, fresher and hotter. The Pizza Factory reintroduces the all-you-can-eat buffet. Lunchtime in Orofino means all-you-can-eat pizza, breadsticks, sauce, and a delicious salad bar, packed with fresh greens, fruits, proteins, and dressings. The Pizza Factory all-you-can-eat buffet is Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Make the all-you-can-eat buffet your next lunchtime stop.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
And welcome back once again to the Orofino Maniac post-game show following tonight's nail-biter between the Orofino Maniacs and the McCall-Donnelly Vandals. And the Maniacs able to come from behind in the second half to take this one at 50-48 over the Vandals, going all the way down to the wire. One of your old-fashioned nail-biters. We have one thing left to cover, and that is the Pizza Factory Player of the Game honor. And it's tough to give this one, actually, as there are a couple that's tossed their hats in the ring. Joel Scott being the most notable with 15 points. He filled up in the first half, was pretty invisible in the third quarter, but he stepped up huge in that final quarter in all facets of the ball game. Had some big blocks, steals, rebounds, you name it, he did it, and he spent a lot of time at the free throw line. He was a big reason that they were able to get the McCall-Donnelly Vandals in so much foul trouble all throughout the ball game, and he played a huge factor there in that fourth quarter. But I gotta give it to Loudon Cochran, who had 4 3 balls, 2 in the second and 3 in the third, finishes with 17 total points, and he really controlled things well for the Maniacs throughout the ball game and made it possible for them to clinch this 2-point victory. So congratulations, Loudon. Here tonight's Pizza Factory Player of the Game, a winner. For your efforts, you'll receive a certificate good for a personal pizza and a medium soft drink of your choice from our good friends at the Orofino Pizza Factory. And also a huge thank you to everyone who supported Orofino Police Department's Christmas 911 program during their event here tonight. It went swimmingly, and that will be huge for area families that are going through a little bit of a tough time, and bringing a little bit of happiness and warmth to their holidays. And of course, it's all about the kids. We want to make sure that they have some presents under the tree and food on the table. Can't have anyone going hungry during the holidays. And you can still donate to the Christmas 911 program. You can mail in a check made out to Christmas 911 to the Orofino Police Department, or you can drop items or checks off at the Orofino Police Department office on Michigan Avenue. And that wraps up tonight's broadcast. A big thank you to everyone here, Brian Lee, as well as Earl Vickery, everyone that helped me get all the information that I need to get this broadcast on the air. Was hoping that Brian was going to be able to make it up for the halftime interview, but he had responsibilities down on the floor during the halftime activities between the police department and the girls basketball team, and it was just a fun night overall. Happy to be a part of it. I'd like to thank everyone for listening, and also a big thank you to my in-studio engineer, Philip Lamoth. A great job getting us in and out of the breaks, as always, as the Maniacs take this 150-48 over the McCall-Donnelly Vandals and improve to 2-0 on the season. Everyone be careful when you head home out on those roads. They're pretty icy right about now, and have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I'm CJ Thompson. I'd like to bid you all a very pleasant good evening.
Thank you for listening in today to another Orofino High School athletics presentation of Maniacs Basketball. Our game has been brought to you by many fine community backers, and they thank you for listening in and supporting our local kids. We hope you'll continue to listen in for more from the hard courts throughout the season. Orofino High School Basketball, a Central Idaho Broadcasting sports presentation.